I'm back. Okay. So let's do these u-dos together. Okay, so here our function with the variable is in the denominator, remember? So let's turn this into a u. So off to the side, you can write out that u is equal to 2x plus 6. This means our du is 2 dx. But what we really want is a 10 up here, right? Because we want to replace the 10 and the dx with something that has du instead. And so what we want to do is we want to multiply this entire thing by 5 to get 5 du is equal to 10 dx. And now we can easily replace the 10 dx here with the 5 du there, okay? So I'm going to rewrite our integral just exactly as it is, but with u's instead. So I will have u in the denominator, because that's what I pulled out. And then I will have 5 du for the rest of it. Okay, now something over u is always going to be integrated to natural log. I could rewrite this, I'm going to go ahead and do it, as the integral from 1 to 2 of 5 times 1 over u du, and then I would have this like constant out front. That constant can even be pulled out even further in front of the integral if you'd like, if that helps you. So now when we integrate this, we would have the natural log of u times 5 out front plus c from 1 to 2. Okay. Excuse me. Also, I do not have the coronavirus. It's just residual cough from when I was sick before, so don't worry. But here we go. So now we need to sub our u back in. Okay, we've integrated. We need to sub our u back in. 2x plus 6. And now I have 1 and 2. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot my plus c. Okay. Plus c from 1 to 2. Okay. And then now I want to actually evaluate. So I'm going to just slide up here real quick and say that this is equal to 5 times the natural log of 2 times 2 plus 6 plus c. And then, oh, I'm running out of space. I'm going to subtract off 5 times the natural log of 2 times 1 plus 6 plus c. And I need to put all this in parentheses because I have two terms right here. And so now I'm going to end up with 5 times the natural log. This is 2 times 2 is 4, plus 6 is 10, minus 5 times the natural log. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 6 is 8, plus c. And then remember that, well, there's a couple things we can do here. First, I could factor out, oh, I'm sorry. Also, my c is canceled out, and I wrote it again, and I shouldn't have. So cross that out. Oops. And we're going to just erase this. Okay. And so I'm going to factor out a 5, and then I'll have the natural log of 10 minus the natural log of 8. And there is a property, and it is in your formula booklet. So actually, I have a formula booklet right here. I brought one home with me, and I'll show you guys how we can simplify this logarithm. Okay. So if you go to the topic 1 number in algebra section, we're going to look for the logarithms, and notice that we have a difference of 2 logarithms right here. And so we're going to look for where there's a difference of 2 logarithms. Now, it's okay that these have like the log base a. In our case, the a is just e, the number e. So those logs are really just natural logs, and that's totally fine. So notice when we have like log of x minus log of y, we can replace it with x over y. So I'm going to replace this with 5 times the natural log of 10 over 8. Okay, which you could simplify to, I guess this is less important now. You could simplify to 5 times the natural log of 5 over 4. Okay, so that would be our final answer for this problem. Sorry. Okay, this number 4 is going to have not very much space. Okay, so for number 4, I am going to also post any questions that you have to the discussion board so I can answer them for next class. And remember that you can pause this video anytime if I'm going too fast and you need to slow down. That is one benefit. You don't have to yell at me to slow down. You can just pause me yourself. Okay, so what we want to do here, um, let's see. Technically, we do have a composite function, right? So our u is 2x minus 1. Our du is going to be 2dx. There is no 2 in front of this, so I need to multiply this whole thing by 1/2 on both sides so that I get that 1/2 du is equal to dx. And now I can just replace the dx that's here with 1/2 du. Okay, so for this, when I rewrite the integral, I'm going to move my equal sign over a little bit. I would have the integral from 1 to 3 of e to the u, and then I have this 1/2 du that I need to stick in there to replace my dx. So I'm going to stick the 1/2 out front. Remember, multiplication is commutative, so it doesn't really matter where that is. And I'm going to put my du on the end so that it looks really nice. And then I want to actually integrate this. I'm going to scoot down here. So when I integrate this, I should get just 1/2 e to the u plus c. Okay, and don't forget that you have to write your limits of integration, 1 to 3. Okay, so now I would sub in my limits of integration starting with the top. So I would have 1/2 e cubed plus c minus 1/2 e to the first power plus c. Now notice that my c's are going to cancel out. And I'm going to have some common factors here that I could factor out. Doesn't really matter though. Guys, I made a huge mistake. Hopefully you can find it, or that maybe you're yelling at me from the other side. I forgot to sub u back in. So this is all totally wrong. Guys, no. I ran out of whiteout and I left all of my whiteout at school. What am I gonna do? I guess we are going to get a little creative and we're just gonna like I was so worried that this would happen. Let me go get tape. Hold on. I guess I'm either gonna have to run into school at some point, or I'm gonna have to just order more whiteout. You can never have enough whiteout, right? Okay, anyways, so let's start again. So now I need to sub my u back in before I can continue. I'm really sorry about that. I hope I didn't waste too much time. So now I'm going to have e. My u was 2x minus 1 plus c from 1 to 3. Okay, there we go. Hey, and now I have a little bit of extra room to do this. Anyways, now I want to sub in my limits of integration. So I'm going to have 1/2 e to the 2 times 3 minus 1 plus c. And then I'm going to have minus 1/2 e to the 2 times 1 minus 1 plus c. Okay, so this is going to result in 1/2 e to the 5th. My c's are going to cancel out, so I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of them if that's okay to save space. And then minus 1/2 e, and then 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1 is going to be just 1, minus e to the first power. So you could write this just like this if you wanted to. If you really wanted to like maybe factor some stuff out, you can factor out 1/2 e and then have e to the fourth minus 1. But really, either of these two solutions would be fine for this. Okay, I'm going to pause it again, make another video. I will see you guys in a minute.